It was a cool, clear night in February. I sat in my house, kind of bored. It was a Friday. Got on the group chat and texted Steve, Frank, Colin, and Chad. Hey, y'all want to hang out today? I asked.
Yeah, man, where to?
Steve replied. I got some shopping to do. Y'all want to go to Target? I asked.
I think Target would be a brilliant idea, bro. We all need to get our supplies on for the spring. As you know, spring means gain season. Summer is right around the corner, bro, so we gotta always be prepared.
And it was on. Colin and Frank agreed, and it was set. Around 6 that evening, I left my house and decided to head on over to Target in Vanderville. Once I arrived, I found that Steve, Frank, Colin, and Chad were already there waiting for me.
What's good, man?
Said Steve. Hey, what's up, Steve?
What's going on, bros? Got a lot of shopping to do, so I say we head right inside.
Said Chad. It's quite unusual for Chad, as he's always kind of a low-key, relaxed guy. But in this case, he seemed to be in quite the rush to get to shopping. Alright, Chadwell, don't spend too much money, Colin said.
Oh, don't worry, bro. Just a little bit. We gotta make sure we're properly supplied now for the gain season.
Nick, said Frank. Oh, yeah, Frank, what do you want? I replied.
If you Target, can we go across the street and get dinner at Golden Corral?
Just as Frank said that, and before I even had time to reply, Chad's entire face lit up with excitement.
Of course we can, bros. After this rigorous shopping session, we'll need to refill our shopping gains with Golden Corral, and luckily, they have everything on the menu.
Okay, Chad, two things. A, Golden Corral's a buffet, there is no menu, and B, the fuck do you mean by shopping gains? You're not getting a workout by shopping, bro.
Of course we are, bros. You know, carrying all those hefty shopping bags can tighten up the shoulder muscles. Perfect for the beach bod.
Whatever. I mean, hey, I might actually have to believe you if you're talking about the shopping gains, but you said you weren't buying that much.
We'll see, bro. Let's go shopping.
So we all agreed. We headed into the store. Hey boys, how y'all doing this evening? The cashier said. Pretty good. Just here to look around and buy some stuff, we told them. Alright, I'll be here to check y'all out when you're ready. Perfect, Colin replied. We all wandered in through the store, but here's the thing. We all had different ideas of what we wanted to get. Colin and I just decided to look around and didn't really intend on spending too much money. We didn't need anything, as we weren't really consumers per se like Chad was. Steve was dead set on heading to the supplement section to check out the supplements and pre-workout and the protein powder. Chad decided to go with him, but Frank, he wanted to go to the toy section. Frank, you're 18 years old, what the fuck you going to the toy section for? Said Colin.
I just want to see if they give me Buzz Lightyear toys. Hey, this motherfucker likes Buzz Lightyears. Fucking Buzz Man, you like a little pussy,
Said Steve. Yo, Steve, chill.
Exactly, bro. Everybody has their own hobbies and interests, and it doesn't make any of us different or any better than the rest of us.
Chad. Chad is always right with the good wisdom and morals to live by. Everyone likes Chad. Anyway, we all split up and went on to the different areas of the shopping center. Colin and I decided to go and follow Steve and Chad to the supplement section first. We let Frank go off on his own to the toy section.
Right, bros? I say we buy lots of protein,
Said Chad.
Fuck yeah, man. But before the protein, I gotta get my pre-workout on,
Said Steve. Steve then picked out a C4 packet of protein. Or not the protein, but the pre-workout. It was the blue Raz flavor.
Man, this shit will make you like the fucking Hulk, G. I don't know about that one, bro. The Hulk has muscles, and for muscles, you need protein, not pre-workout.
Chad, I thought you liked both.
Oh, I do like both, bro. I do. And so, I shall get both.
Just then, Chad picked out 2 pre-workout cases and a pack of protein powder.
I think I might just get an extra jar of protein, just in case.
The funny thing was, though, the protein powder that Chad picked out was over $40. Chad had only been into Target for 10 minutes, and he was already intending on spending over $100. No, your money, not mine.
Don't worry, bro. Pop's got it covered,
Said Chad as he waved his dad's credit card in front of us. Bro, Chad, your dad's gonna be pissed, said Colin.
Oh, no worry, bro. I can explain it in all good detail to him. Everything will work out just fine,
said Chad.
Yeah, man, stop being a bitch. We all ballin' on money. Besides, once I hit it off with my rapping career, we all gonna be rich. I'm gonna make millions.
Alright then, Steve, what do you want to say?
Hey, wanna hear one of my new songs?
We're in the store, not right now, Steve.
Nah, man, it's cool. Everyone's gonna love it.
Just then, Steve went on to SoundCloud and pulled up his account. He did indeed have a few uploads and was posting. One of his songs is titled Ballin' Hard. It was interesting, I'll say that.
Man, fuck you. You just jealous, that's all.
Guys, forget about it, said Colin. We did just that. Steve picked out a few more pre-workout items, as well as some supplements like L-arginine and ashwagandha for whatever reason.
Alright, man. Let's go check on Buzz Ass and see what that motherfucker's doing. Fucking Buzz Ass be on this shit.
Alright, let's go do that, I said. Just then, we walked to the back of the store to the Toy Story section. Frank was nowhere to be seen yet. However, as we were going by the tech section, we noticed that something was off in a way. Yo guys, what's that? Said Colin. Over towards the iPads was a mysterious employee wearing a red Target shirt with a headset on. The first thing I noticed about them was their hairdo. Their hairdo was weirder and most crazy I'd ever seen. It was spiky. Quite puffy too, but the spikes went up like 10 inches into the air. Oh no, is that who I think it is? I said dreadfully. I think so. Hey, let's get out of here before he notices us, said Colin. We did just that. However, it's to no avail, as just then the employee, quote-unquote, caught notice of us before we could get away. Out of my peripheral vision, I could see the employee straddling their way on over to us. 10 seconds later, they made it.
Hey, Bruce.
There's no one other than Herbert Ernie himself. Herbert, since when do you work at Target? In fact, since when do you even have a job? Said Colin.
I got a job this week. Guess what? I've already been promoted to the head manager in charge of the tech aisle. And I did not expect to see you boys here tonight.
Oh, no. Okay, we gotta get to the bottom of this, said Colin. Ernie, Herbert. Like, no, seriously. What the fuck are you doing here?
I bet we figured out all that city stuff and follow me to the bathrooms.
The bathrooms? The fuck? No. You're supposed to be an employee here, allegedly. You're not taking us to any bathrooms, said Colin. It's too late. Herbert was already in the process of kidnapping Steve and taking him to the bathrooms. He had wrapped him up in dental floss.
Alright, now, Stevie. Once we get to the bathrooms, I'll show you how it's really done. Yo, man!
Said Steve. Oh shit, I better call security, said Colin. Colin went and got another, a real employee and alerted them about Herbert. Excuse me, employee sir, that guy over there, that dude, does he work here? Colin asked. The employee replied, looking ultra confused. No, he definitely does not work here. Is he going to the bathroom? I'm gonna call the police, the employee said. Yeah, it's a good idea, Colin replied. As of the current moment, Herbert was in the process of dragging Steve into the bathroom. Some people screamed as they rushed out of the bathroom in fright because of Herbert, and I don't blame them. I would have gone in there to help, but at the same time, I don't really want to be seen associating with Herbert Ernie of all people. So I think for the moment we just had to let the police arrive and take care of it themselves, so yeah. I don't know what went on in that bathroom, but for the next 5 minutes, we're filled with the sound of Herbert's echoes.
Yeah, come on in here, Stevie. Let's try a new style.
Trust me, I did not want to know what was going on in there. I did not want to find out. Just then, the police arrived. Where is he? They said. I don't know, I said. Probably in the bathrooms.
I think Herbert should stay with us.
Frank, shut the fuck up.
Hey man, everybody has their own hobbies, remember?
Said Chad. Chad was right, but again, at the moment, we didn't have time to worry about Frank and his shit. We had bigger issues on our hands. Yeah, okay, he's in the bathroom, I told the officer. The officers then stormed into the bathroom, but to no avail. They did find Steve. However, Steve looked traumatized. He still had the dental floss wrapped around him. Luckily, the police were able to snip him free with scissors.
Man, that Ernie ass went to the ceiling. I don't know where he went now, though.
We'll find him some other time. You boys stay safe out here now. We don't want any more trouble, the police said. The officers were right. We had to remain on guard and on the lay low. We don't want any more run-ins with you-know-who. Anyway, we all tried to forget about what had happened. Steve didn't want to talk about what went down in that bathroom. I didn't blame him. We try not to bring it up to traumatize him any further. Anyway.
I say we get back to shopping, bros. Best way to get our minds off worrisome situations is to spend more money,
said Colin. First said Chad. Chad, since when are you a consumer? I asked.
Well, bro. I'm not really a consumer, but the sooner we get our shopping done, the sooner we can hit up Bro Golden Corral.
I had to admit, Chad did have a point, though. I'm not a big fan of Golden Corral. In fact, the place is kind of ass. Not sure about their dinner. I've had their dinner once, but I've only really been there for breakfast a lot of times with the family. The worst shit, dude. I hate it. I hate that place so much, but anyway, I'm getting off track. Let's get back to the story.
Anyway, what should we buy next, Bruce?
I see you with an energy drink out. I gotta get my caffeine on for my late night drinks and my late night rapping session in the studio,
Said Steve.
Energy drinks!
Classic. Already knew that Frank was a fiend when it came to Monster Energies, especially the White Ghost mystery flavor. Next thing we knew, we were all headed to the other aisle of the store, the grocery aisle, where the energy drinks were. They had all sorts of energy drinks, everything from Ghost to Celsius to, of course, Monsters.
I see we pick out everything in here, bro. But I'll have to pass. I'm more of a protein shake guy myself, because that is what the gains are used to,
Said Chad.
Suit yourself, G. I'm gonna be leeching at these motherfuckers.
Steve did just that. He picked an entire case of Monster Energies from the shelves, the original flavor. He didn't pay. He went on to chug them all on the spot before vomiting after, as he had just chugged 6 Monster Energies in a row. Yo, Steve, 2 things. A, you gotta be careful chugging Monster Energies like that. B, you didn't even pay for it.
Yeah, you didn't even pay for it, bro.
A worker said.
Oh, don't worry, Chief. I got it. I'll still pay for it.
You better, or we're gonna have some trouble, the worker said. Guys, you're probably just head at a target now. We're kind of causing a scene with Herbert and all, even though this part's not our fault.
Good idea, bro. I worked out at the gym today, and all this brew ball practice. I am brew starving,
Said Chad. The weird thing was that Chad claimed he had football practice, but the weird thing was that it was February. It's not even football season. Football practice for Chad ended months ago. Anyway, we didn't question it any further. We went to the checkout aisle, and the cashier scanned our items, including the empty box of monsters that Steve had chugged earlier. We all bought some items too. I simply decided to get a Ghost energy drink with a new pair of pants. Colin got 2 shirts and a pair of socks. Chad, of course, got his 2 protein powders and 3 pre-workouts. He got some gym supplies too, like weight belts, even though he didn't really use those. He got a Gymshark hoodie, the kind with the ripped sleeves. He also got some gym socks, as well as extra football pads, for a reason he was not going to tell us about. Kind of suspicious, but I dismissed it. Anyway, we also picked up 10 rolls of saran wrap, and for that he also refused to tell us why. Anyway, Steve, of course, bought the Monster Energies and a bunch of pre-workout. And finally, Frank got a life-size plushie of Buzz Lightyear.
This motherfucker's probably gonna be having sex with this thing. Weird ass motherfucker.
Steve.
You can say that now, Steve, but it'll be my snow buddy,
Said Frank. The fuck? We all checked out and headed outside. It's getting pretty cold out now, so we decided to hop back in the car, or the Brovertible in this case, as Chad offered to drive us across the street to the Golden Corral. We crossed the street and pulled in. We walked inside Golden Corral and were amazed by how much food is in the buffet.
I say we eat everything in here, bros,
Said Chad. Well, we can't do that. All we have to do is pay $15 for each of us. Then we can eat as all as we want, said Colin. We did just that. We paid up $15, and then the table is ours for the night. We all went and got our plates of food. 5 minutes later, we all arrived back at the table and said food. I simply decided to get some steak, eggs, and some peas, as well as some bread rolls too. Colin got roughly the same thing, although instead of steak, he got salmon and chicken. Steve decided it'd be a good idea to go crazy on the ribs in the barbecue section.
Man, I got these ribs on lock, gang. Shit's gonna be lit.
Well, I don't know about that one, Bruce. I think my gains meal might beat that on terms of the gains,
Said Chad. It was debatable though, because Chad's meal only consisted of cupcakes. Chad, I cannot believe you just said that. You literally got cupcakes. Like, what do you mean? Like, the fuck? How are cupcakes good for the gains?
Well, I knew you would ask that, bro. Luckily, here's the explanation. You see, when cupcakes are baked in the bakery, they're baked in the frosting is made with top-of-the-line dairy. The dairy came from the well-fed, grass-fed cows on the farms in Wisconsin, and loaded with lots of protein and nutrients. And the gains manifests itself into the dairy. Besides, to the ribs, the dairy, the frosting in these cupcakes has calcium, good for the bones, which is perfect for when brew ball season rolls around next year,
Said Chad. Okay, Chad's making no fucking sense, but yeah. I had no idea how he was going to finish all those cupcakes. His diet was terrible and trash. I had no idea how he had a six-pack, let alone the biceps or his gorilla back, as he called it.
Make that brew back,
He insisted. Anyway, then it was Frank's meal. Frank probably got the worst of all, as his meal consisted of mushy green beans, mushy limey beans, and a white Monster Energy.
Yay! Greatest energy mix! man, you a bitch.
said Steve. Bro, Steve, these remarks of yours for Frank are very uncalled for, I said. Anyway, let's eat. We all did just that. We ate our food and enjoyed. After that, went to get some more food because, it's a buffet. Why not? However, our meal time was cut short though when a certain someone strolled into the door. They wore a Target employee uniform along with a familiar headset. Their spiky hair now stuck up to the ceiling, somehow. I had no idea how their hair grew that much in such a short period of time.
Hey, boys, I'm afraid you're under arrest for stealing from Target.
Herbert, what the fuck? We didn't steal from Target. What the fuck are you doing here? I demanded.
Well, I'm just messing with you, boys. I would never arrest my friends. I'm just having dinner with you, boys.
Oh, no, you're not. You need to leave right now, said Colin.
And since say we eat everything in the menu.
Herbert then proceeded to go absolutely nuts. He ate everything, and when I mean everything, I mean everything. He ate the cakes, the pastries, the bread rolls, the ice cream, lots of ice cream, the candy, everything. Only the junky stuff, though. The healthy stuff was left untouched. Oh yeah, and he drank all the soda from the fountains, too. All the sugar made him go even crazier. By now, Herbert had inflated to the size of an average monster truck. He took up so much space in the restaurant that he broke the ceiling fan. Hey, you need to leave now, a worker said, but it was no use. Herbert continued going crazy, and eventually the entire restaurant collapsed. Luckily, no one was hurt. The fire department and police arrived soon after, and Herbert was taken away. However, he wasn't able to fit into the cop car as he was too fat now. They had to bungee strap him to the top. Yeah, pretty weird to be on the highway and see that thing, but yeah, we're all traumatized by this point. We spent a lot of money at Target, and we're all just tired and ready to go home. That then concludes the treachery of Target.